Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
This is stuff that I should just be keeping to myself. I don't want Robyn to see this. I don't want her to know how dark I've gotten.
It would absolutely devastate me if he decided to leave, but I know he has these thoughts. You can't make anybody stick around or stay. I just know it's from pain.
Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we live a life of unhappy solitude while some asshole is sitting right next to us.
Oh, good God.
For those of you who don't realize what a fucking idiot Kody is, watch, maybe you're listening to us and you're not watching him because you're like, I can't stand his face.
Understandable.
He had so many Kodyisms in this one.
Yeah, it's worth watching. It's worth watching. I hate him.
I felt like this was good. I don't know why we needed 4 separate episodes of this, or is this the last one? Is there 4 parts? There's 4 parts.
There's 4 parts. because next week we meet David Woolley.
Oh, we do. Right. I don't know if we needed 4 parts of this.
I don't think we needed 4 parts of this either.
But I'll tell you what, I'm here for every single fucking word.
We're going to watch that whatever shit they're putting out at Christmas where they're just talking about things that they're talking about, and we're recapping it. The fact that you were like, I don't know about it. I'm like, get those words out of your mouth. You know about it. We've watched these people for 18 seasons. We can muscle through 2 bad episodes.
Like I said, I would watch Kody and Meri just in a room staring at each other. Nothing else to be said.
No, just the faces alone would be entertainment enough. And
I would read everything into every single shift of his face muscles.
Oh, of course. Every breath would mean something. And we'd break it down for 2 hours.
Amanda, would you take your first breath if you leaned into his chest and heard his heartbeat?
Kody Brown's?
Or would you hope it was your last breath?
If I am in that position anywhere that close to Kody Brown with the inclination to put my head on his chest, you can be damn well sure I'm about to, spring off this mortal coil.
Guys, my name's Amy Archer. I'm the host of Little Miss Recap. I'm here today with the jelly to my peanut butter, Miss Amanda Lipnack-Radell. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amy. Hi, friends. That peanut butter's good because I'm going to be making those peanut butter Hershey Kiss cookies today.
Yes, they're my favorite. Well, they're not my favorite, but they're an old staple that I've come to really love.
You have to do it at Christmas. They're I don't know what they have to do with Christmas, but they have to be made at Christmas.
They're called peanut butter blossoms, right?
I think so. They have all different names in the world. But that's one of the many things I will be making today.
I want to wish you and Todd a happy Hanukkah.
Thank you. And happy Hanukkah to all of our friends who celebrate out there. We are an interfaith home, so we began Hanukkah last night. I sent Amy a photo of my first gift at Hanukkah, which was quite literally a calendar of dogs pooping in beautiful places.
I loved it.
By the way, one of the months, I believe it's December, is in Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you, at the cider place last week, we ran into this weird guy who showed us that he takes pictures of his dogs pooping every morning in the woods. It was very similar to your calendar.
Did he have a reason why he was doing that?
He said he puts them on Facebook because everybody else puts their shit on Facebook. It's like, okay, dude, whatever.
He's not wrong. Not wrong. But so we're Hanukkahing it. Tomorrow is our annual Hanukkah open house. Today I will be making 10 pounds of latkes. Just a lot of potatoes and onions.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it will be good.
My and there's another historic date today. So you guys will be hearing this on Sunday, but we are recording on Friday.
This is a historic date.
Today is 43 years that John Lennon is gone. 43 years.
Wow.
I was 3 years old when it happened. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I was going to say, I remember it for sure. I was 7. I remember it. I was going to say, I thought I was older, but no, I guess not. I mean, it's 1980. So yeah, that's how time works. It's funny. Yeah. Is there anything you need to say about it?
I need to say that as a teenager, my mom would let me stay home from school on this day. And as I have my own teenagers and thinking of them making such a ridiculous request,
Mhm.
I just want to, I don't give my mom a lot of cred, but I'm going to give her a shout out on this one.
Yeah,
That
that's
was pretty understanding because your
partic
weird daughter would sit home burning her little John Lennon candle. I had like this big votive John Lennon candle. I would burn it and I would just play like his music over and over and over again on that day.
Oh, Amy.
I was an
Oh,
idiot.
no. Oh my god. I love you already, but I just really fell in love with, like, teen Amy in her room, so filled with angst,
So
so
filled
filled
with
with
angst.
so filled with pain that you had to burn your John Lennon candle and cry and listen to his music
If it
on the day he
wasn't
died.
Also, very quickly, we redesigned Patreon. If you have not jumped on our paid tiers, here's
Mhm.
how they go. We got $5 tier now. We're happy to introduce that. So if
Yeah.
$8 was a little much and you want to support the show and jump in and get some bonus content, all of the $5 tier will receive 90-day content when we do it. So that's going to start with the single life in January, which I'm
Yep.
very excited about.
Me too. Me too.
And that tier is called a little bit culty
Mhm. A la
after Colty My Love.
your love, your absurd
Mhm.
love. Yes.
And then the second tier, the $8 tier, if you're on there already, nothing will change for you. You're
Mhm.
just gonna get that 90-day tier as well. So you're gonna get 90-day content and you're gonna get everything culty, and that's called our a little bit culty tier.
Right.
So
Yes.
that's gonna be Sister Wives. Once in a while, we're gonna do cult docs on there. You'll be getting some culty stuff and 2
Absolutely.
episodes a week. And then finally we have ladies of a certain age.
Of course. Of course we do.
And you get everything plus a Gen X corner once a month.
Some sort of something.
Some sort
We
of something. So for the first month, which is January, I have a documentary called The Devil on Trial that my sister and I recorded. It's set in Gen X time period.
It's
It's
weird.
so Gen X, guys. It's
It's so
bizarre.
weird. It's
And
so weird. It's so campy. Like, the documentary itself
mhm.
is so campy.
Oh, it has everything. It has the Warrens, Ed
Yes.
and Lorraine Warren. It has Amityville Horror. It has demonic possession.
It has a lot of weird reenactments of a
Mhm.
child who's supposed
Mhm.
to look like he's from the 70s and 80s.
Yes, it has
It's amazing.
everything. And for those of you who know my sister Jenny, we talk a lot of things Gen X and SIB order and stuff like that. So that will be on that feed in January. And I'll be putting more stuff in the Facebook group about that just to remind you. So Facebook group, Backdoor Friends, get in there. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I'm done. Let's begin, shall we?
Let's do our business.
Okay. All right. So we open with the picnic table breakup again.
Why? I mean, I'm happy to watch it because I enjoy it, but why? Amy and I were talking about the fact this did not need to be 4 episodes.
It did
This
not.
could easily have been 3. Easily.
Another thing that I thought about is how funny we have these weird events associated with weird places. So we have the Janelle's apartment fight. We
Right.
have the patio fight. We
Right.
have the picnic table breakup. Like we have all these weird things.
We have the kidney patio, you know?
We do have the kidney patio.
The
Thank you.
patio, which
Thank you.
sent Steph
Yes.
over the edge.
So Christine is watching this and she's all like, wait, Robyn was there?
Yeah, I
Robyn
loved
was
it. She's
there.
like, "What? Why?"
Hmm. Also, why did he let Meri be all pathetic and hang on? Christine says. Yet he promised Robyn he'd never do that to her. And she says she has real empathy for Meri in that moment.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Christine, you're
Meri,
asking the same question we all asked.
yep,
Why would he do this? Why would he make this commitment to Robyn and not to the others?
100%. Meri says, I deserved to have a conversation and to be, I don't know what voice this is. I don't know if you heard Math's Married at First Sight, but I'm not allowed to do voices anymore.
Yeah, I just started listening to
Mm.
Maps. I heard whatever voice you were trying to do for Jacob
Mm-hmm.
Marley /
Mm-mm.
Cameron.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what was happening there.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
I have a lot of talents. Impersonations is not one of them.
I beg to differ. I actually think
So-
impersonations is one of your talents. I'm not saying you do them well, but you do them in a very humorous way.
So Meri says, I deserved to have a conversation and to be told by Kody how he felt. And if he wasn't the kind of man to do that, I don't know. He should have been open and honest instead of telling everybody else but me. And Suki, the balls on this bitch, which I'm here for, goes, hasn't he been telling you all along now, Bear? Haven't
Right.
you heard this all along?
Right. Because we all have. And like, we literally saw him say in the car, I'm not coming.
Right.
Like,
Right.
literally and figuratively,
Yes.
I'm not coming.
Yes. And wasn't that on, and I want to give Corey and Carly a shout out on Surviving Sister Wives. Wasn't that the murder tarp date? Do they call that?
That is the murder tarp date.
Yes.
Yes. That
Yes.
is what
We
they
love
refer
those
to it.
too.
Yes.
So Meri goes, well, if so, it was a low, uncool way to do it. And Suki goes, but wasn't he showing you through all of his actions? Literally through every word coming out of his mouth.
Through everything this man has done for the last 7 years, hasn't he been showing you he doesn't like you? I think when he goes to the bathroom, he's showing you he doesn't. Everything he does is showing you, Meri, he doesn't like you.
Suki, if I were Suki, I would have been like, roll the tape, Phil. And I would have played back the last 17 seasons. And then 17 hours later, I would have been like, okay, so now how do you feel about this?
Right. Just pull out every clip of him being shitty to Meri.
All right. So Meri says, yes, and I agree, but I hold our commitment dear, and he obviously doesn't. He holds it with Robyn, but clearly he fell out of love with me. You're picking up on the tension between Meri and Robyn, right?
Oh, yeah.
The day has arrived, Amanda.
Yeah. I need to see an actual moment where Meri turns on Robyn, but you can tell.
Season 19.
Okay. Yeah.
It's coming.
It is turning. She has begun the pivot.
Yeah, she has.
She has begun the pivot away.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And hopefully by the time season 27 airs and she gets to see this in real time, she'll be like, oh, Robyn was orchestrating everything.
Oh, Robyn was the mastermind behind the demise of my entire life.
Kody says, Robyn and I made an agreement that if we fell out of love, we would let the other go. I went to the other wives and told them, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And he says they got frustrated that I had that covenant with Robyn. No, you didn't tell them. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.
There is no world in which he extended a kindness to Meri, Janelle, or Christine that he extended to Robyn. Period. I don't care what it is.
Suki says, how did you feel about Robyn being at this conversation? She's asking Janelle now. Janelle says, it should be a red flag. My queen. Let's just say my queen. And you know what, too? I everything about Janelle, I love, even the way she handles this tell-all. She is me. I'm her. I love her. She's my queen. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Janelle says, it should be a red flag that she wants or needs someone there when communicating with her husband. Yeah. You know what else I realized about Janelle? I was thinking about this because I was thinking about the fight. I was thinking about the fight.
Did you need to watch it again? Did you watch it last night? Because we talked about it.
I watched it yesterday, yeah. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about the kidney patio, okay?
Okay.
Janelle's the only one who ever tells this fucker to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
She's the only one who ever tells him, fuck you, Kody. Yeah. Fuck off, Kody. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
So she says it should be a red flag that, you need someone there when you're communicating with your husband. Now, Kody tells Suki he doesn't go too deep with Meri because I don't want bitches to be going all crazy. He basically says, like, women be crazy.
I don't need these, hyper emotional women to go nuts. No. Meanwhile, he's the one who's having temper tantrum after temper tantrum after temper tantrum.
He's screaming about his kidneys and shit.
All over Flagstaff.
He says Robyn is pressuring him to be a good husband to Meri, and he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Then he goes, kudos to Robyn. She did good by it. What? Okay.
Do you think he knows what those words mean?
Guys, there's some real Codyisms in this. So Meri says she didn't know Kody was completely done. Since then and now, they've had conversations saying he felt like this was a long time ago and it was really unfair to her. And she says she's been patient because of her values and her heart and her commitment. They are important to her. and that's why I was holding on.
Jesus, Meri.
You weren't
Stop.
holding on for something else? You weren't holding on for, I don't know, friendship with Robyn? Like, I don't know why she was holding on.
I don't either. I mean, I get that I am surprised about how much the religion piece, we've said this before, how much the religion piece played in for both
Yeah.
Meri and Janelle.
Yeah, yeah.
Did not realize they were that committed. Fine. Cool. You do you. So I understand that that was a big part of it, of, staying as long as she did. But that, in my mind, that buys you like maybe 2 or 3 years. Maybe.
Absolutely. Like, I remember when I knew my marriage was ending, I maybe stayed in for like 6 months thinking, can I
Mhm.
turn this around? I
Yep.
have a lot invested in it. And I was only with him 7 or 8 years at that point. But I was like, I have a lot vested in this. Can we
Yep.
turn this around? Maybe a year. I would say I stuck that out. Not 7.
7. Right.
Okay. All right.
In her like 40s and early 50s, like he
He took the
they,
best parts of her life away from her.
he did. He really did.
So Meri says he let go of me a long time ago emotionally, and he's sitting here telling Robyn he'd never do this for her. And I'm like, why don't you respect me enough as a human? Like, fine, I'm not your wife, but respect me as a human and treat
Yeah.
me with respect.
I also would like her to have said, but maybe, I mean, just the fact, respect me as a human. Like, that's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I'm a human being. I should be
I'm the
treated
mother
better
of your
than this.
child.
That's the one thing I would have wanted her to say. I am the mother of your child,
Yeah. Yeah.
who we all suspect he's completely disowned, but
Mm-hmm.
I am the mother of your child.
Yeah.
How do you treat me that way? And how do you justify showing our child that this is an appropriate way to treat
A
somebody?
partner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Kody, now here we go. Because this is, I'm gonna need the Kody translator.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Kody says, that covenant does not include the dissolution of my soul or my personality. Amanda?
Dissolution of my soul. I mean, I, look, I wouldn't have wanted to be married to Meri. I think she's a nightmare.
First of all.
First of all, I would not want to be married to Meri.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have gotten there to begin with. But for some reason he did. He had a child with her. I don't really understand how staying with her would bring upon the dissolution of his entire soul and
Well,
being.
Amanda,
And what does that even mean?
allow me to elaborate from
Oh,
using
please.
his own words, okay?
Go on. Go on.
I don't care about the covenant if you can get through that. This relationship cannot work, and those in relationships, just because of their religion, live a life of unhappy solitude while someone, I wrote some asshole, but he didn't say that, while some person is right next to them. What is he talking about? I honestly don't understand.
I don't either, because first of all, he's not right next to her. He hasn't been next to
Right.
her
He hasn't
in
been next to
years,
her in decades.
decades. And I mean, I remember the moments towards the end of both of my marriage, particularly my second one, where I was lying in bed next to my then husband, feeling so profoundly lonely and alone and
100%.
disconnected.
Yes.
But I was at least next to him in bed.
Yeah.
Like, I could say that. That applied, but not
So are
to
you going to
him.
say your covenant didn't include the dissolution of your soul and personality?
Well, no, because I don't understand what any of that means. I don't know how we and his personality?
Yeah.
Amy, I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Does Kody think he has a good personality?
Kody thinks he is charming.
Mm.
Kody thinks he is funny.
Mm.
Kody thinks he's smart.
Yeah. No.
Kody thinks he's well read because he's reading all those Ben Shapiro books or the Manosphere books or whatever he's reading. Kody thinks that he is enlightened.
Mm.
And Kody thinks that he needs to wear gloves everywhere.
All the time.
Mm-hmm. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So, Suki says, do you have any regrets? She says to Kody now, do you have any regrets about not enforcing polygamy rules? And he says no.
Okay.
And then she says, or being more equitable with your time. And this ignites something in him.
What do you think she meant by polygamy rules?
Like, more misogyny, more like, do you wish you were
More
Yeah,
control over
yeah,
everybody? Okay.
yep.
Okay. That's fine.
And he
I mean,
says
not
no,
fine,
to
but
his credit, he
yeah,
says
to his
no.
credit. Yeah.
So then, he says, "Oh, I was fair with my time. I was equitable my time.
No, you
I
weren't.
had one of my goddamn kids say that, I wasn't, and it's always about Robyn. Robyn is to blame for everything. But there's something that has drawn the wrath of jealousy from the public, the tabloids, against Sister Wives, and it's getting to the point where if you have something bad to say about Robyn, shut up or I'll punch you in the mouth."
Okay, let's break this down. Who do you think which one of his kids do you think he's talking about?
I think he's talking about Janelle's boys.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I was
Who do you
going with
think?
Gabe or Garrison. And
Mhm.
my guess is Garrison, given that he's like I'm sure he saw the video of Garrison being like, "Fine, Robyn, you can have him. We don't need a dad anymore. It's fine. We're
Yep.
good."
Yep.
But I think all of his kids from Janelle and Christine feel this way. Absolutely. To varying degrees.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't imagine any other kid who would have said it to him that he would
no.
have. I think
No,
if
I was
Maddie had said it to him or Hunter had said it to him, he might have actually listened.
maybe.
I don't know if he would have changed his behavior at all, but maybe he would have been like, okay. But I think he's so, I don't know, he's just so fucking angry.
He is. He's such a dick bag.
Again, go back to those cameos where he's telling parents of newborns
To make sure the newborns respect them. Newborns are the pinnacle of disrespect of their parents. They're just shitting and pissing and throwing up on them and yelling at them all the time.
But yeah, he's like, see, and this is what's happening is he is so like now entrenched with Robyn because he has it in his mind that
Everyone's
people
out to get them.
well, and it's not even with Kody, things are very rarely a protective thing. It's more of an ego thing with him all the time.
Yeah.
So with the hatred towards Robyn, that's attacking his ego.
Mhm.
So he feels like he needs to protect her and be with her. It's weird.
I also appreciate the fact that he talked about how the outside world, it's not just his family. The outside world is against Robyn.
You mean that crew of 30 people with signs that follow you around?
Follow around going, "You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of
Suki
shit."
says to Christine, he feels he needs to protect Robyn from you and Janelle. You know that. Okay, so now we get this story. Christine says, and for some reason I have written down that this is 23 minutes and 55 seconds into the episode. I don't
This
know
is
why.
important. This is important to know why. Okay.
She says, I have looked back and I've dissected my relationship with Robyn, and I can remember a few conversations that I had with her that I guess it might have been a little aggressive. And then she says that they did this personality test.
Yes.
And they ended up talking to Robyn about her personality. And her personality was very dramatic. And she likes sharing her drama with people. And Christine said, but she also likes receiving people's drama.
She's the busybody. Like,
Yeah.
we all have that friend who's shit. In some ways, I'm that friend. Tell me your drama. I want to know all about it. Like,
I'm 100% that friend.
Yeah.
Tell me your drama. Yeah. So Robyn gets very offended by this. Christine invites her over to the house. They talk it out. Christine's like, I thought it was fine. But it's like Orion and Lauren. Like, I thought it was fine, but she keeps
coming
bringing
back.
this up. Yep. And she makes a point to say, but it keeps coming back up over and over and over again. She says it 3 times. Okay. So now Suki's asking all the other wives about this personality test. Suki is fact checking. That's what she's doing.
Suki is absolutely fact. What personality test do you think it was?
Could it have been the Myers-Briggs? Could it have been that
I
one?
think it's either Myers-Briggs or Enneagram, because Robyn said something about numbers, but Janelle said, I am the observer.
Janelle said, I'm the peacemaker and the diplomat. Which
the diplomat. And
same,
those
same, girl. Same, same.
Those are all, peacemaker and diplomat are different Myers-Briggs types.
Yes. Yes.
So, while you go through this, I'm going to Google what the diplomat Myers-Briggs type is. Go ahead.
Okay. So Meri says, Mary's like a little harder to pin down. And she's like, I do remember this happening. And Suki brilliantly. I mean, she needs a Peabody. Can we get Suki a Peabody, Amanda?
Peabody. I mean, okay. That's
Suki needs a Peabody for her fact checking on this personality test. Oh my god, did that sentence just come out of my mouth?
Get this woman a Pulitzer.
She needs a Peabody because she knows how to fact check this. And here's what she's saying. By her saying to Meri, do you remember this? And did you find your personality accurate? And Meri saying yes. She's basically saying, like, is Robyn a fucking drama queen? And is it true? And everybody's saying yes.
Yeah.
So Suki says, this is good for Meri, isn't it, Robyn? Like, she's gone. She's living her life. Your ex-sister wife is happy. Robyn starts immediately sobbing. Please don't call her that.
My ex-sister, I can't.
And Suki's like, oh my god, what's wrong? And why are there no tears coming out of your eyes? And Robyn says,
why are you having a panic attack on my stage? What is happening?
Kody runs in and carries her upstairs like he did. So Robyn says, Meri is my sister wife, and so is Janelle, and so is Christine. I don't know how to let this go, and this isn't me just being dramatic. Thank you, Christine. It's so horrible having her out there saying this. I could watch Robyn having a crying meltdown all fucking day on loop. On loop with the fight.
Scene to scene. We're gonna cut this into a video for you.
You know what I need? I need good old 90s technology. I need picture in picture. And I need the fight happening in the little square, and I need Robyn melting down the big square and then swap.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have to flip from time to time. Yeah. Okay.
So now we
so they're both going constantly. It's just where your focus is.
Yes.
Okay.
So now we get to the gift exchange. And we have a clip of Peyton explaining this. And he said that Robyn wanted a video chat and she got pushback. And she was like, I'm out. Robyn says, I was being told before this happened that the kids hated me and my kids. And Suki's like, who told you that? And she's like, I won't say. I can't say. I was trying really hard.
Cody's the one telling her that.
Kody. I was trying really hard to get us on a video call for the sake of the little ones, and my little kids don't even know their siblings. They don't know whose name goes with who. Get some fucking flashcards.
Right.
Get that nanny with the fucking chart. I have the Brown family kid chart. I'll give it to you.
You have a whole television show that you can go back to any episode and oh god, she's so stupid.
Suki asked Christine, so where are you at now? She says, now we're going back in time. And she says, I'm engaged to the love of my life.
Right.
I met my soulmate. We met online. I saw his eyes and I'm like, I want to be looked at with those eyes. He's charming and kind. He says everything right. We learned that she went to his birthday party with him and met his whole family. And by the fourth date, he pulled her chair to him, put his arm around her, and she fell in love with him. That's when she took her first breath, heard her heartbeat for the first time. He's it for me. Suki says, how is he different than Kody? And Christine says, well, he loves me.
Right.
There's that.
We're starting real low here. Yep. He actually likes me.
I like when they asked Janelle, and Janelle's like, he's nice.
He's nice. Yeah. Basically, how is David different than Kody? Well, he's a decent human.
So Christine also says, now I have a confidence that I could just be me and I don't have to earn his love. It's constant.
That's the best. I'm so happy she feels that way.
Me too.
Everyone should feel like their partner accepts them 100%. They may not like every part of them, but they accept who they are.
Agree.
And they love them for it. And so she gets to be the silly, flash mobby, ridiculous, in a lot of ways, girl that she can be.
Yep.
And he loves it.
Yeah, I agree.
Great. I'm so happy for her.
I can't wait to do our rewatch.
I know, I can't either. Soon. I mean, it's coming up.
So just a quick note for everybody. The rewatch will be on the $8 tier of our paid content. Apple subscriptions does not allow you to choose tiers. So you're going to be at the $8 tier automatically. So you're going to get your Sister Wives Rewind, which will only be on Patreon. And you're going to, or on paid, on Little Miss Recap Extra.
Right.
And you're going to get any 90-day content we do. So just to be clear on that. I want to now scoot over to our reality roundup. shall
Okay.
we?
Did we want to? Was there next time on?
There's a next time on, but I didn't really write anything down
Okay.
because it's just David coming out.
It's David coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
So-
hear his voice.
I do too. It's like the Jared Kushner situation.
It
You have
is.
no
We
idea what
rarely
his voice sounds
heard
like.
his voice.
Yeah.
I wanna hear his voice.
Remember, was it John Oliver who was using Gilbert Gottfried as his
Jared
voice?
Kushner's voice, yes. I like that everyone's like, what does Jared Kushner's voice actually sound like? I mean, he obviously solved peace in the Middle East. We saw that.
Sure.
So,
of course.
sure.
Yeah.
That's going really well.
It's going well. Guys, thank you for listening. If you are on Patreon, we're going to go into our reality roundup. If you're on the public feed, thank you for trying this out. We hope that you like us enough to join our Little Miss Recap Extra. And Amanda, tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, Instagram, link in the show notes. You can find me on many episodes of Little Miss Recap. And
You're also on Blighty Day.
And you can find me on Blighty Day.
Blighty Day, fiance.
As we are doing the Fundy Bus. So we get to talk about the Plaths and the Sister Wives. So speaking of, let's talk about the Plaths.
Let's talk about them. Guys, also jump in our Backdoor Friends Facebook group. We are at 700 strong.
I know. I was sad because I've been watching it tick up and I wanted to like notice when I hit 700, but you must have approved the 700th person.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We did have a troll trying to get in there, and he was answering the questions, and he was like, "I want to meet nice girl. Tell girls I say hello." I'm like, "No, you're not coming in." First of all, there's no nice girls in here.
No.
Second of all, no, you're not coming.
Backdoor Friends are kind, but we're not nice.
Yeah, no, there's a difference.
Yep.
All right, guys, thanks so much for listening. We'll see you soon. Amanda, let's hang on.
Okay.
Thank you so much for trying this free trial of Little Miss Recap Extra. To hear extended episodes, plus any of our 90-day content and all things culty, please join Little Miss Recap Extra at the $8 tier. We also have a $5 tier available if you just want some 90-day content. Thanks so much for listening, and we hope you'll leave us a review and you'll stick around. Thanks.